If you're lazy, stay in bed. You don't want no money, you don't want no bread. If you're drowning, don't touch no straws. If you're drowning, don't touch no straws. You don't wanna leave, you don't wanna cry no more. Let's go! Said the way you move, gonna make you sweat, gonna make you groove. Child, the way you shake that thing, gonna make you burn, gonna make you sting. Hey, hey, baby, way you walk that way, watch your honey drip, I can't keep away. Still got a flaming heart, can't keep my fill. Eyes that shine, burning red, dreams of you all through my head. Took my car, started to tell her friends she wants to be a star. I don't know, but I've been told a big leg woman ain't got no soul.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Dan Shinder here on Drum Talk TV with my almost daily vlog. We got a great episode for you today, paying tribute to the late, great Don George, Neil Peart's first drum teacher. There's a picture of Donnie and Neil on the Clockwork Angels tour. And I'll talk more about Dawn in a moment. But funny thing, I did a little sound check because both songs that I'm going to play for you I haven't played in a long time, and I wanted to find the right versions to play to. And I also have not played on this kit in maybe a couple weeks. I've been playing on the 4-piece jazz kit. So I was like, I never thought I'd ever be lost on this kit. It was really funny. My muscle memory just was not there. But let me know where you're watching from. A couple announcements coming up. I typically don't work with notes, but when it comes to announcements, I don't want to mess them up. One, sign up for our newsletter because I'm going to put it out in the next few days. And in May, May is booked up. We have multiple interviews each week, just a few of them to tantalize you with a little bit. And let me know where you're watching from. I'm in Globe, Arizona, 100 miles east of Phoenix up in the mountains. We have Kenny Arnoff is going to join us. Gary Husband is going to join us. John Kinsting is going to join us. So Kenny Arnoff from basically everything. Gary Husband may be most known for playing with Alan Holdsworth for years and years. A lot of other great projects. John Kinsting has done the Talking Hi-Hat series that's in motion right now. He's done the Brushes series. He's got another new series that I'm going to announce in the newsletter, and he and I are talking about some other things. So wonderful to have John join us. Dr. Nadia Azar is going to join us once again to talk about drumming injuries and kinesiology and drumming and things like that. And then Hit Like a Girl contest entries ended yesterday, but I might not be able to mention this until tomorrow. So join us tomorrow to learn how you can get involved with voting for Hit Like a Girl. New documentary. I worked so hard on this, and I'm so excited. Yes, there's a timpani drum there. I'm so excited this is finally being released. Lots of notes on this. So it's coming out for the first time tomorrow at 9:40 a.m. Pacific time. And it's from when we were in Japan late last fall, and we filmed, or summer, and filmed Kodo, the most exciting taiko troupe I have ever seen. 3 nights of Kodo with guests from South Korea one night, and each night's a different performance. Plus, we're going to take you around Sado Island, where the Earth Celebration Festival was, which is where the concerts were. We're going to go to the training center. We're going to show you all, give you a tour of all their instruments. There's interviews with players. Enja and I getting lost late at night looking for somewhere to eat. Lots of fun stuff. It's going to be great. And I'll tell you right now, there's already going to be a new iteration of this coming out in a couple more weeks. And there's going to be performance segments parsed out that I'll release separately as well. So please watch for that and check it out. So going back to Don George, let me tell you about Don George. I knew about Don George, of course, being Neil's first drummer. And I got in touch with him in the first year of Drum Talk TV. It was April of 2013. I'll never forget the first phone call I got from him. We were living in Vegas where I started the company. We were either having dinner or we were at A.D. Adams' show with Lori, and it was real noisy, and I had to go outside, and I was literally in the, what's that? Yeah, it was A.D. Adams' show with his backup band, Louis Prima Jr. and the Witnesses, and at Red Rocks, and I was in a corner where a wall comes to a corner, literally with the ear plugged and, the phone earbuds, and just so he wouldn't hear all this noise ruining everything. But it was great to talk to Don, but even greater to go out there, spend a few days with him and Briar Rose, who helped facilitate this whole thing. Thanks, Briar. Briar and I are working on a project for Don you'll find out about later. And it's coming. My wife's eager to show you a picture that I'm getting to. Well, okay, so I'll just skip to this. So one of the things we did, other than the interview in front of a live audience, I'll tell you how to get to that in a minute, is Don said, hey, I think today we'll go to the park. And I'm like, okay, go to a park with Don George. Show the picture. This is the park we went to, and I didn't even put 2 and 2 together until we were there. Lakeside Park, of course, immortalized in the Rush song by the same name, which was written by Neil Peart about him growing up there, basically. So that was an amazing experience. The interview was great, but to spend some personal time with Don and go to the Lakeside Park just gave me chills. I'm getting goosebumps again just thinking about it. So, yeah, that was really exciting. So that's one of the first songs. That's the first song of two I'm going to play. And it begs an interesting question. And I don't mean this as any, and I'll look at comments in a moment. I don't mean any disrespect to Neil or anything, but would there be a Neil Peart or a Rush as we know it without Don George? Because he was his first drum teacher. I have pictures of him when he was like 11, 12, studying with Don at those years. And in the interview with Don, he talks about his method of relieving anxiety of players he was working with when they couldn't get stuff together. And it's a very interesting method he had. And I said, did you do that with Neil? And he said, absolutely. So watch the interview. I'll drop the link in later, or you could just look for it. It posted this morning, Pacific time, on the Drum Talk TV Facebook page. It's about an hour and change long. Don was very stoic and mellow. So it moves kind of slow, but it's very informative. And after all, it's the Don George. Think about that man as a teenager, an older teenager, teaching a young Neil Peart. But Don also shares with us methods and some of his books from his drumming book collection that goes back to 1923. So it's a fun interview. So first, without further ado, let me check some comments, and then I will play Lakeside Park, a live version. So we've got others. Briar. Hi, Briar. Engine, I love you so much. Say hi to Jefferson, Dean. Hey, Bill McFadden from No Nut Cymbal Sleeves. Folks, if you don't want to screw around with wing nuts anymore, get these No Nuts cymbal sleeves. Cymbal on, cymbal off, cymbal on, without having to mess with losing wing nuts or extra parts. I love those things. Thanks for that invention, Rodney Pino and Bill McFadden. John Madness is watching from Ireland. Love Drum Talk. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Randy Rask, how you doing? Coming in from Peru, that's Fildares, I believe that is. Fildares Guerrero Villalobos. I hope I got that right. Danny Risti watching from Vienna, Austria. Thank you so much. Orlando, Florida. James Davidson. Ray DeVille's watching. Delana Oberman in Flint, Michigan. Smithville, Ontario, Canada. How's it going, Hoser? Thanks, Dan. This is awesome. Oh, that's Briar. Hosette, then, I guess it would be. Sean Wills, David Reinhorn. Great. Lots of great fans watching. I really appreciate it. I'll get to more. He says hi. Awesome, awesome. Let's get to Lakeside Park from the Caress of Steel album. And the first version I heard was on All the World's a Stage. Because every album I've bought by artists is always their live album first, and that's the only one they had out at the time in the Stone Age. So let's see if I can get this song right. Haven't played it in ages. Not making excuses. I mean, I'm comfortable with myself dropping sticks and falling on my face. Oh, I don't hear anything. Hold on. I know why. All right. Here we go. The reason I was futzing around with stuff back there is because the gain was a little high and everything on my end was in the red, so I just wanted to play it safe there. Lakeside Park. I'm one of those weirdos, as you could tell, who doesn't mind just putting myself out there playing something that maybe I haven't listened to or played in a while, because I'm just doing this to have fun. I'm not trying to prove anything, as you could tell, right? That's pretty obvious. So now let's move on to another song. The reason why this song is significant is a few reasons. One, it was on the first tour I ever saw Rush, 1978, the Hemispheres tour. It was also a song I know Donnie liked because we talked about this song and some of the interesting syncopation that goes on. And also last week was Arbor Day. So can you guess what song this is? Of course you can. I'm going to take a look at comments again. Is the light back on? Okay. The first time we're using equipment. I get to use my timpani drums.
There is unrest in the forest, trouble with the trees, for the maples want